Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about new movie in Netflix called KPop Demon Hunters. This is a very nice movie I watch these days and I have to say I love it. I love the animation, I love the story, I love the concept, I love when they sing in movies, and if it is an animation movie, better even. So for today, I am gonna be drawing one of my favorite characters, or better said, two, but it's very tiny. And we have this space more or less to work, okay? So let's do here the circle. If you have seen the movie, you will know straight away who I'm gonna be drawing. And if you haven't watched the movie, I am gonna be talking about what's the story about, what's my impression about it, did I feel about it. If you haven't watched it, get out of here, go to Netflix, watch the movie, and later come back to watch this kind of review or analysis or explanation, okay? Because I don't wanna spoil you, okay? It bothers me a lot when someone is spoiling me something that I really want to watch or something that is very interesting, and I don't like to do that for other people. I always say at the beginning of the videos, this is a spoiler, or this is the latest chapter, or this is the latest movie. So here I'm gonna be talking a little bit about everything, okay? So we have K-pop Demon Hunters. It is a story about, it's based in Korea. It's animated, stylized characters like, for example, Overwatch the video game, or for example, League of Legends, or for example, Arcane. Okay, it has this kind of elegance to the character that if you don't know much about it, you could say, oh, this looks like anime, or this looks like manga. This looks like Japanese, but this particularly one is made with Korean base. Okay, it's a Netflix project, but it's Korean based. So we have this story about Huntrix, and Huntrix is a K-pop group of singers, 3 girls, that have some sort of magic powers. These magic powers are creating a barrier called the Hommom around the world, to kind of, it's like a net that is kind of creating a layer, a protection layer between the demon world and the human world, so the demons can't come and attack the people, okay? So what basically the main story, we have the three main characters, the team that is Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. These girls are like a little bit more like teenager girls, maybe around 17, 20 tops, not older than that, in my opinion. I think they kind of portrayed in the story. And they are under the guidance of this other woman called Celine. Celine basically is a previous member of the previous trio, okay? So this trio of magic humans has been there generation through generation. Every generation you have a new team of 3 girls protecting the world, and always there are demons that they will cross somehow, and they have to kind of eliminate them, basically. And they have this kind of magical weapons as well, that they look a little bit like lightsabers, or like from a Star Wars or something like that, because it's like a sword looking like a laser, and the other one has some sort of kunais as well, and the other one has like a big spear that I think is representing some sort of Japanese Vicento, but probably in the Korean folklore you will have a weapon that is the same, but called in a specific way there, okay? So we are drawing here, as you can see. This is a massive cat looking, it's more like a tiger, cat creature, demon, okay? Let's do... That is kind of like a funny creature in the story. It belongs to the demon guy called Gino, and Gino is our bad guy main character that is gonna rival the K-pop singers, the K-pop group. And what happens here is that in this demon realm, we have the boss, the demon, that is like a flame, and he is basically trying to overtake everything, like in every story, okay? So there are these demons that they kind of send waves of demons to the real world, they are being defeated, blah, 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 so they can't take over. So there is this guy called Gino that looks very nice, very elegant, very like a handsome demon, let's say, as well, like a young demon, like 400 years old, something like that, and basically, this guy has a plan. The plan is to create a boy band, like K-pop as well, but a boy band of 5 demons, that's 5 handsome guys, that they are gonna appear in the world, in the real world. They are gonna obviously take human form. They look like humans, but they are gonna take like a little bit more handsome human form, and they will try to fight K-pop through music to collect all the fan base. By collecting the fan base, this barrier that the girls are creating is gonna be weakening, so the demon boss can actually destroy it, or they can cross, or they can overtake, obviously, the end of the world, basically. So the story starts like this, it's kind of a setup for this, and I enjoyed it so much. The animation is seamless, there is a lot of music, a lot of K-pop songs, obviously, from both sides, and a lot of dancing, a lot of stage dancing, a lot of animation, crowd animation. It is made beautifully, it is actually quite, the flow of the movement is quite realistic as well, even if it is a stylized story, even if it is like a comic-y story, it is made very nicely, very beautiful. If you have seen the movie already, because it's been like I think a month or 2 months already in Netflix, but I had it in the playlist, in the watch list, but I didn't watch it yet, so until recently. So if you have watched it already have your thoughts gathered, and you want to talk a little bit about it and everything, feel free to down below in the show more section to type some your point of view, how you felt with the story, or things that you liked, things that you didn't like, for example, things you would have liked to see more. I have a couple of those as well that I want to talk here a little bit now that we are taking the chance to just to talk a little bit about this. As you can see, a cat is not a drawing that is gonna take 10 years to draw, and we're not going to be here 3 hours, but I'm kind of trying to draw slow, because I want to just have a chill chat here with you, and just see how we do with the movie, how we did with the movie, how can we kind of see the story from different points. One thing that for me it didn't click is the concept of Celine. Celine is a previous hunter that kind of trained these 3. She is kind of like a mother figure for Rumi. Rumi is the main character, the main girl from the trio, the one who is gonna be entangling in this story with the bad side, with the bad guys, with Gino, and kind of the one that we are following, okay? Celine basically tells us, there is like this mini flashback or mini moment that where Celine tells us, while in conversation with Rumi, that her mother died. Her mother was another one of the previous hunters. The mother died, and basically she had a relationship with a demon, and because of that Rumi was born. And Rumi was born and had a tiny bit of marks, demon marks, on her body, okay? So I think that is that is the main plot of the movie. I think Celine as a sensei, as a master, as a teacher, as a kind of conduit for Rumi to understand who she is. I think we should have seen Celine taking over this motherhood with Rumi. I think we should have seen more instruction through Celine, more involvement with Celine in the story. I do not kind of get familiarized with her because she's only showing in 2 or 3 moments in the story, punctual moments in the story, specific moments in the story, that for me it kind of it doesn't allow me to focus in her character, or it doesn't allow me to focus in her story. If the beginning of the movie would have had Celine with the other 2 colleagues from the previous Hunters fighting demons, introducing, if we would have seen this kind of escape, like for example in Tarzan, Disney movie in Tarzan, where we have the scene at the beginning when the parents die, and we have the baby and how the baby is being taken by the gorillas and everything, and you see there is a storytelling there. For me, to see Rumi having the important part of the story is this pattern, demon pattern, is growing in her. She's not a demon, but she has part demon, is growing on her, and the job of the hunters, this Huntrix group, is to kill them all, to eliminate them all, to protect the humans, to create the barrier, and try to lock the demons in their own realm, so they can't actually cross. If we are seeing how she grows, how she's maybe at baby stage, or the mother dies and now Celine takes over, there is a little bit of transition that we see the skin a little bit, having this texture, and then how at some points of during her teenager years, younger teenager years, you see how that thing is growing. Okay, I think it would have been more impactful, because Celine is kind of a character that when the patterns start to extend to the point that we go into the crisis, into the hero journey, that is the crisis moment, where she's not able to sing anymore and she needs to address the problem to be able to carry on singing. That obviously, like when you have like some sort of trauma from the past, you need to address it. So what Rumi does is she goes to Celine, half transformed into demon, and she basically starts arguing with her that she should have accepted her and everything like she was, because what Celine wants to do is to cover. It's like, cover your arms, cover these, put more clothes on, and by the time that we close the barrier completely, all the things will be gone. That is not certain, that is not something that Celine knows for sure, because closing the wall, closing the home moon doesn't mean, in my opinion, that while you close that, everyone that is demon will die or will be eliminated. That means that they are blocked, basically. But Rumi is on the other side, so there is a conflict there. All these things kind of resurface in the story, or kind of comes to happen in the story, or for us, the viewer, to understand when we see the bad guy, Jinu, showing up, they show up, they sing, blah blah blah, and then he basically has an encounter with Rumi, and he realizes that Rumi has these patterns. While they are fighting, he cuts his arm, he cuts her arm, the clothing, and the pattern is revealed. So he sees that there is pattern there, and we have this surprise act, this surprise moment with Jinu, where he covers her, like he's kind of swirling around in an attack movement, and grabs her and wraps some sort of cloth around her arm. so she's protected. The friends, that the two other hunters, they don't know, Soy and Mira, they do not know that she has these patterns. I like that Jinu is helping her, and then you start having this connection of those two main characters, the good girl and the bad guy, and how they start to talk to each other. But I don't believe that, let's say after 20 years, let's say for example, I don't know how old they are, but after 20 years, I don't understand, and I don't believe how Rumi didn't tell her friends, basically are like sisters, her sisters, that she was having this issue. It is very difficult for me. I struggled with that part. Like, if they are so good, so friends, so things, I understand that all of us have our secrets and everything, or things that maybe only one person know because you told one person, other secrets that maybe only 3 or 4 people closer to you know, other secrets that are only ours and no one else know. Everyone has these things, but it is tricky. When you are doing it in the story, maybe, if this would have been maybe a series that you can see the progress of the character and how she's kind of gonna go evolving through this, it may have been maybe better portrayed, but it's been a little bit difficult for me. To accept that part, okay? At the same time, obviously, later the friends realize that she has the patterns, and there is this kind of upset moment, and they are creating a song, and the final song that is gonna achieve the 100% of the barrier. And by singing this song, that is a very aggressive song, a very violent song in terms of let's eliminate, let's kill all these demons. These demons are like kind of blah 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 blah. So because Rumi is getting to know Jinu, and the connection that she's having with him, kind of seeing, oh, this guy is helping me, this guy seems good, looks like there are good demons, I'm part demon and I'm good, she's conflicted there, so she starts kind of opposing to this song and trying to find excuses to have new lyrics. So the song is gonna be something more about understanding each other and seeing that not everything that is good, and not everything that is bad, basically. It's very, very interesting. And nowadays, all the movies are focusing in topics like that. In some of them is nicely done, and I like it. In some of them, I'm not liking it. Like, I don't like when nowadays all the bad guys needs to have some sort of trauma to be the bad guys, and there is no bad guys for the sake of being bad anymore in these movies, and this is something that I'm not fan of it. I don't want to see, like in the Disney movies as well, I don't want to see Cruella de Vil now is gonna be good, is gonna be bad because this. All of these situations. For me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. This part of let's understand the bad guy all the time. There are situations that is okay, or the situation that is not good, not nice at all. Let's do. I want to add just a little bit of color, because if I start doing blue here, then it's gonna look like green. Okay, like this. This tiger cat is the derpy tiger, and I'm gonna be doing the derpy tiger plus the magpie Susie here on top. Okay, these guys are basically demons as well, and they are kind of companions, sidekicks of the bad guy Jinu. Okay, so Jinu is using this creature to send messages to Rumi. And here on the tongue, okay, let's do the drawing here. There is a letter, so the cat is kind of able to cross through dimensions. So the cat is gonna go through this dimension. Woo, it's gonna like elevator. It's gonna come in, and is able to move very nice, very sweet. And he has this kind of weird obsession, the funny thing, like in all the movies you have like a funny character or something, someone doing very weird thing, and for him is that he's trying to put everything straight, so he drops a pot, a plant pot, and he's trying to, with the paw, he's trying to put it straight, but it's falling all the time. And Rumi, when she first encounters these two, she's obviously tense, scared, in flight or fight mode. She wants to fight them and eliminate them, but at the same time, he sees this silliness that they are doing, and she's like, okay, yeah, these guys are not gonna be bad. At the same time, we have the bird, the magpie here, that is wearing a hat. This is exactly the same type of hat that Jinu and the other guys as demons are wearing. And in one of the conversations she asked, why is this bird wearing a hat? And the guy says, well, actually I've done it for the tiger, for the cat. But the bird took it and he's using it all the time. So they have a lot of funny moments like this in the story, and I loved it. It's one of those movies that I can see myself watching every now and then, like I don't know, like some time has passed and I say, okay, I'm gonna watch it again, because it's nice, it's a good story, they have nice characters, they have nice character design, and the nice girl, so the main character, the good girl, is very nicely designed, and the story is very nice. I think I would love to know more in depth her story and what happens with the mother, with the father, why they found each other, I guess, like these two, but what happened there? Is this something that is repeating every time that we have a trio of Huntrix, that they are kind of having this conflict? Like, are we good? Are we bad? What's happening here? It's something that it is very interesting for me as a creative and as a storyteller. Like, is this a specific? Is a once-off? No, because the mother experienced this. She was falling in love as well with Jinu. They were kind of being silly around each other, like, oh, this is a date, oh, it's not a date, oh, it's a date. Kind of having this tension, and it's interesting. It's interesting how is made. Let's do a little bit more of teeth around. I think I want to do the teeth maybe directly with pen, so we don't have to do all the things up and down. Looking nice. I think as a sketch we have done a lot of sketch. I will go for 0.1 this time, a little bit thinner than usual, because the drawing, I think it's inviting me to do something like this. Obviously I am drawing my cartoony style. It is not gonna be exactly like the movie. Okay, even if the movie is cartoony, it is not gonna be exactly. But looking very nice like this. It has these textures, these kind of patterns as well, like this across the chest, let's say, and here on the arm. It's like a circle. Everything is very magical in this movie, and it makes it more interesting. It is flashy. It is a little bit inspired by, I would say, Spider-Verse. A little bit inspired even by Arcane as well. I see a little bit of Arcane here. There is a lot of color, like fluorescent color. Like these guys are shining. They are bright. Even if they are demons, you can see that there is light in the demon realm as well. The demons themselves, like the crowd, the demon, random basic demon, they are similar to Onis in the Japanese culture as well. The designs and everything are very caricaturized. You see how they look like humans. The body and the size is like humans or like big guys, but the heads are very troll looking, like demon looking, and bizarre, like one eye, some horns, a little bit like in Dragon Ball as well. And I think that's making the story very appealing. Like, it's not something that we are used to see. We normally have like a set style, and for example the Huntrix girls or the Zaja boys, that the Zaja boys is the boy band of Jinu, the demons, they are more stylized but human, looking like proportionate and everything, like more realistic in that sense. And the rest of the things, like the demons, these guys are more cartoon. The bad guy, it's just a flame. It's like a pinky, reddish, violet, like this flame. So this duality and this kind of mix of styles within the same movie, it makes it a lot interesting, very interesting, in my opinion. In my opinion, for the things that I normally like, this is a super point that Netflix got there, and thank you very much for making something like this, because it's very nice, very nice, I have to say. These girls obviously have a lot of moments, you will call it, from anime, from manga, like chibi moments, like maybe they are opening the eyes like very big, like they are a very cartoonized character. They are as well, for example, let's do the eyes 1 second here. Obviously these Zaja boys are very handsome and everything, and because this is fan base, this is like K-pop culture. This is the fan phenomenon, like with music, in everything. You have these girls falling in love, like the eyes are hearts and the eyes are popping like popcorn and everything. You can see the six-pack of one of the guys and how they can see the six-pack in their eyes. Like, it's very cartoonized, and it makes it very nice. It makes it very nice. Let's do the eyes like this, the nose like this. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do the line work, because for me, I find it very comfortable to draw with the head needs to be a little bit more flat like this. Yeah, very comfortable to draw with the pen characters like this, a little bit more loose, you know. Let's do. I'm gonna make the card for the date. It has, I think it has some sort of he's some sort of bird like this. I can just gonna make like a little guy here like this. It has some sort of design there, like a bird or something. Yeah. Obviously, it's full of saliva from the cat, from the tiger. Funny thing as well, I watched this movie and it happens. This week happens to be the International Day of Tigers, and this is like a tiger looking. And for me, I don't know how long it's been in Netflix, the movie, but it's a coincidence that I watched it now, that it falls in these dates, you know. So I'm trying to not make the teeth pointy, it's make like beans, something like this, to make it a little bit more, let's say, friendly. Like this. I am so gonna do the mouth inside all with pen, because it's gonna give a little bit more of depth there. The ears, let's do hair, ears. We can't deny that they have taken some reference as well from Alice in Wonderland, from Jesiah Cat, when it's transforming, floating, and you know, it's evanescent like that, and with the shines, with all these kind of aspects that it has. We need to do these kind of whiskers. The whiskers are more white, but obviously we are here drawing some sketching, some design like this. So we do it in black here, okay? It has like a little bit of chest, like a little bit of hairy chest, like design here with some sort of pattern like this. Like, it's mixing different animals as well. Obviously, this concept of the tiger and the magpie, these are famous painting from Korean, let's say, feudal time, to kind of mock the Korean society at that time. It's like a satire, and it is called minhwa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's called minhwa, and that they used to design as well different type of of animals, but there is a lot of kind of lore, mythological lore with the concept of tiger and magpie. I think this is why they are using it, because probably in Korea they have a lot of stories referring to this duo, and that is why they try to kind of portray this in the story and make it a little bit more broad. We all know mythology about, the Greek gods or the Norse mythology, or even Atlantis mythology. That is half of the things are invented and mixed from other mythologies, and we don't know mythologies about from other places, like for example, I don't know many things about Korea. I know a couple of things, but I don't know many things about Korea, and I think this makes like a window through Netflix, through movies like this, for us to learn things and to learn creatures, mythologies, costumes, and ideas that they may have had in territories that maybe we have never explored as a viewer, as you like to watch movies, you like to read books, something like that. It is more famous always, like for example Japan and the Japanese mythology and the Hokkais and the Onis there as well and everything. The Oriental culture has a lot of base from the same patterns, and you will see similar types of creatures or kind of deities all over, but I don't know about other areas apart from China, apart from Japan. There are a lot of areas that I'm not familiar with them or on their stories, and that's making it for me interesting because I wanna learn and I wanna see what new things this K-pop story is gonna give me. For example, let's do here. Look, this is looking very nice, very nice. I think I have more or less the drawing, the design. Let's work a little bit on the eyes, because the eyes are very fantastic. As I said, a little bit like Cheshire, like the cat, or Cheshire, like the cat from Alice in Wonderland. And the story and in the Disney design for the cat. Okay, it's looking very nice, like this. Okay, and then I have some kind of pinkish, reddish. This is from Standler, to paint the nose, paint a little bit the tongue as well. Okay, like this. I think the card was blue to have like a little bit of contrast there. If you are Korean and you are watching this video and you want to kind of lecture us, teach us, explain to us information about these guys, information about the K-pop concept. The K-pop is basically a Korean pop type of music where you have these people, let's say a group of girls or a group of guys, singing, very sweet, very melodic, very dynamic songs. Okay, they are dressing as well very nicely, very epic, I would say. I like it. I am not actually following any kind of K-pop groups, but these as well remind me a lot to the KDA from League of Legends, that they have the group of the girls as well. And this is because this is a movie about girls as well, so it reminded me to that group where you have these characters from the video game that are Ari, Akali, Evelyn, Kaisa, I think it was, and they are basically a group, a real group, that they have CDs and everything. They are kind of, YouTube is full of music of these girls as well. And I would like actually if Netflix is watching as well this video, to have these girls as well having some sort of that, having the songs of the movie, like the good ones and the bad ones, like Gold. I think it was called Golden. Golden and the rest of the songs. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's do first a little bit more of blue all around. We do the ears first, like this, and then blue all around. I think it reminds me as well 100% to Doraemon, the cosmic cat as well. let's leave a little bit of pattern here around the eye, because it has more white there. Kind of let's draw like a shape here, and we are gonna paint inside the shape like this. And here, okay, and then here we will do the same on the other side, like this, and like this. I made it more baby looking to make it even more cute than that it is in the movie. In the movie is the eyes are a little bit more open, and this kind of art, the minhwa, it was made by people who did not have any kind of art background or anything. This was just like random people drawing, and most of the time looked very funny and very bizarre, not people who were trained in arts, not scholars or anything like that, like just random travelers and people. They would actually do this to like criticize a little bit. Like in every country we have this kind of things, and that's why all of them look a little bit funny. That's the only reason that what all of them look a little bit funny. Is something that nowadays as well you can find in big paintings as well, and you go to museums as well and it's full of this. I like them because my style is cartoon, and it matches a lot with my cartoony kind of design. If I had to design a cat, it's gonna be more funny than realistic, because that's what I like. If I want to see something realistic, I take a picture, and I love pictures as well, but if I have to draw something, obviously I would go for a cartoony idea. When I've been doing my studies and everything, we had to draw properly, proportioned, realistic, with shadows and lights and everything very nicely. We had to do that in sculpture as well to learn, but at some point you learn all these things, and then you can decide what is the one that you like the most, and you can focus. No, for example, in my case was more storytelling, cartoon design, fantasy worlds, and invented scenarios than going for the realistic. I appreciate the realistic designs. I spend a lot of time while I'm on holidays in museums. Wherever I go to the museum and to the churches as well to see the artworks and the construction, but for myself, for example, I prefer to go for the cartoon idea. Okay, let's do this kind of rivets here at the bottom, because he's kind of using his power. Well, I don't think we know if this is a male or a female, but let's do some lines like this. Okay, we need to add a tiny base here, so we don't have him floating. He's here like this. Okay, and now let's add with number 2 a little bit of dark here to the mouth. Okay, this is gonna make it look a little bit nicer, and we will add some tones with black as well to make it a little bit more different tones. Okay, let's do all of these like that. Okay, I want to know your opinion about this movie. I want to know your opinion about the Celine concept that I'm struggling a little bit. I understand that Rumi is kind of coming back and complaining of like why didn't you love me, like you should have loved me. This reminds me a little bit about Encanto as well. In Encanto, the old woman, the grandmother, is the problem. She needed psychologists. I said it as well in some of my previous posts. And none of the daughters and not the husbands, the rest of the family, none of them had any fault. This is the grandmother. A problem with expectations. Here is a little bit the same. Celine was expecting for the girls to close the home, fix the world that she didn't fix, that she wasn't able to fix. First of all, a world that wasn't fixed to start, to begin with. For generations and generations, the demons were attacking, and these protectors had to fight. So she had a very, very big problem of expectations with her, and then I understand when Rumi is going, complaining, and she keeps saying and saying, because there is one point in life where you are so used to do something in a way like Celine that you're not gonna change, even if they try to open your eyes because you're doing it wrong or you are mistaken. It's difficult. It's difficult to change. So I think what I would have liked is for Celine to do something, meaning I'm accepting you, Rumi. I'm accepting you. I'm not your mother, but I am accepting you. I would have liked to see some kind of projection, like why they reached this point and why Celine is still there. Celine, if you take her out of the story doesn't change much, because you can have this kind of upsetness that Rumi has towards the mother, and it works the same, because the mother, instead of dying when she was born, maybe the mother died when she was 10 and she experienced this, and it works the same. When you are creating a character, when you are creating something of such importance, because it's the main plot of the story, I think you need to be able to make it relevant. So make it in a way that if you take it out of the story, we are in crisis. We don't know how to continue, and the story breaks. And that I think is what this one needed a little bit, just for criticizing the concept of the characters. Another thing that kind of bothered me a little bit is a little bit, okay? So Gino, you lie to Rumi. You tell her a story about your past 400 years ago, that you were kind of blackmailed by this demon, but in reality you accepted a deal and abandoned your family, abandoned your mother, abandoned your sister and everything. That's okay as well. Even if that's the case, that is okay as well. The problem here comes where, why straight away, like in the first encounter with the girls, with Rumi specifically, why you were good already? Like, you had these memories that were keeping you anchored to the world, to the past, that you want to remove. But you actually volunteer yourself to go on and kind of face these girls and kind of try to do something there, like do something there and liberate yourself from, like, free yourself from these kind of memories. But you were straight away good. You were straight away could see. You didn't fight much. I would have enjoyed maybe something more fighty, that you have a little bit more of contrast. Maybe you need 2 or 3 encounters, like clashing, fighting very hard. You want to eliminate these girls, to break the barrier and be able to kind of be granted the option of not having those bad memories. So why straight away you will give those things away? Rumi doesn't tell you until much later that because of her you may be able, because of her closing the homum, you may be able to kind of fix your problem. So that information, it doesn't come until later. So you see, there is a little bit of conflict there in that sense. Okay, blacks. I love this bird. I love this magpie. I may have to buy like a figurine or make a figurine from clay or something and put it on my shelf, because the cat is nice. The cat tiger creature is very nice, but especially I like this guy, and the concept of the hat is too good. The concept of the hat trying to copy the other guys. There is, obviously, you guys know that half of the channel here is about One Piece, and we know here there is a clear love of the magpie as well, because we are coming from one of our favorite characters here in the channel, that is Rob Rucci, and we have the Pichion Hattori going always with him, and going always with top hat as well. Like this one is this. I don't know how is the name of this hat. If someone knows the specific name, please share it in the comment section. But we have that there, and it makes it very familiar and nice. I like it. As you see now that we are adding a little bit of blacks, that this is changing a little bit, okay. Feel free to ask for any kind of drawing that you want to see drawn here in the channel. I said it multiple times. We have done a couple of requests already as well, from One Piece and from other stories as well. Feel free to mention what is your favorite, I don't know, series, book, cartoon, manga, whatever you want to say. Feel free to mention it in the comment section, and if I watched it, we can do a drawing, and if I haven't watched it, I can try to watch it, learn a little bit about it, and comment some stuff about it. My own opinion, obviously. Here I'm looking through all these projects, you know, books, comics, graphic novels, animations, movies, video games, anything in general, through my eyes as an artist, as someone who studied animation, studied teaching, studied drawing and fine art. So I see the story in my own way, and I like to share my point of view as well, and open conversation as well, and discuss. That doesn't mean I'm correct all the time. Many times as well I'm mistaken, and it's nice to see and to learn new things from this. But yeah, just feel free to kind of request whatever you fancy watching. We are growing slowly. We are more and more interacting, so feel free to just ask, okay, and let's meet and let's talk and let's do something interesting. I think I am needing a little bit more of yellow, or maybe, what do you say if I add maybe a little bit red, maybe? Yes. This is what it was missing here, a little bit, the red. I'm gonna leave as well my rest of the social media, you know, Instagram, etc., and down below in the show more section, at the very bottom of the show more section, so you can see other things I'm doing at the moment in digital, or other things non-One Piece related, random drawings, or other challenges that I'm doing as well. So feel free to sail around the channel to see all the videos that I have. I think we are like 360 videos, something like this, and growing, and keeping there the good rhythm and everything. That's very good. Let's see. This is looking interesting. This is looking very nice. The animation is brutal. I like the fighting scenes. I like the magical moments when we have all the characters like using some sort of power, be or the weapons or just kind of effects. Is very nicely done. There is like a focus in 3D in this story. Everything is kind of 3D looking. There is a lot as well of references from 2D movies, and how the way of the characters are made and how they move as well. And the type of panels and everything are very interesting, very cinematic, and it makes the story highly appealing. And that's why I think it's been so successful. After watching the movie, I realized that there's a lot of people actually out there talking about the story and doing some drawings like I'm doing and everything, and sharing their experience and cartoonizing them even more, and that is very nice. The three girls, the Huntrix girls, are lovely. The three of them handle the story very nice. They are very fit for what the story is needing, and I enjoyed it a lot. There is this conflict that they have when they realized about the marks, the demon marks that Rumi has, and there is a little bit of upsetness there and everything. They kind of realize that, we may need to kill her or something. We may need to face her as well. There is a conflict there, but the brotherhood, well, the sisterhood in this case, it is so strong that later, when the story has a shift, obviously I'm not gonna tell 100% what happens, but when the story has a shift, you see how how these girls have a very nice connection and they are able to work together and everything. And the concept of the marks being like a tattoo as well and kind of reaching to the throat. And obviously when you are singing, the throat is very important because you need your voice to be able to sing. And how from one point at the beginning when she was a child to extension of these marks, these tattoos through the arms, through the body, through the torso, and then colliding in a point where it's touching the neck, it's touching the throat, and there is kind of closing. It's kind of, I'm closing this kind of energy that you are having, and now that your power, your inner power, your good inner power is being closed like this in your throat, I'm gonna be able to take over. So the demon is gonna be able to take over. I liked it, and that is as well some concept that is relating to when you are very stressed or you are very anxious about something, that sometimes the chest, the throat is something that is blocked. You can't breathe, you can't actually talk, you can't actually sing, you can't actually express yourself properly. And this is what the character is experiencing, what Rumi is experiencing, and I think is very nicely portrayed in the story as well. That's why it's resonating so nice with so many people, because so many people can feel identified, like, oh, I have this monster inside me that is bothering me, or I have this trauma, let's say, inside me that is bothering me, and it's actually bothering me in my throat, that I can actually breathe. And very nice, very nice. I think we are done here. It's looking very nice. We have basically discussed a little bit about the story, what I think, the things I liked regarding animation, regarding a story, the things I kind of would have liked to see improved, like Gino maybe not go so quick to the good side. Celine maybe give me more flashback so I can see why you are like this, why are you so protective, why are you so radical with her, why are you having so little screen time. That is the both of those things are kind of equal for me in the story to strengthen Rumi's storyline and strengthen as well Jinu's storyline. Why you changed so quick, I would say. I think this is looking very pretty, very nice, and we are gonna be switching off in a moment, okay? Sorry, let's see. Do a tiny bit of this again. I'm using a sketchbook that is very big. It's A3 sketchbook. This means maybe if I do more drawings, like you have seen already, maybe you're able to see while I'm doing a drawing, maybe there's someone else here in the corner because I'm doing another video, or some random drawings that I'm doing for myself that I'm going to be showing at a later time, for example, and things like this. So let's see. This is looking very nice. I'm thinking about doing the flower pot or no. We can do the flower pot quick. I think we could just do it quick, maybe here on this side. Add some greens maybe. Yeah, you need to do this. To do this like that. Okay, and maybe some sort of maybe brown, let's say, for example. A little bit of brown. This guy is big, eh? So if we put Rumi next to him, it's gonna be something like that. Something like that at least, I would say. Quite big. Nice. The way he moves as well, very nice. You do have seen, it would have been very nice as well, him, like Gino riding him as well around, jumping. I think Rumi that's riding him for one moment, very tiny moment in the when she's moving into, I think the second meeting, she is kind of like that. Let's see. This is the plant is on the floor like this. A little bit of dark as well, because we are here at night in the darkness. Okay, I think we're done. Let's sign for today. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, so you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. As I said, feel free to share it with your friends. Some people who may like the movie, may like the drawing, the chat that we had here. Feel free as well to share it with your family if they want to see something. Feel free to slow down the video so you can draw and follow the drawings. And yeah, I will put a couple of tags in the video so you can actually watch other of my videos, because I haven't actually recommended or part with any of the videos. Normally I will say, look here and click here and you will see this video or the other video, but I haven't done it today because I was really enjoying and focused in drawing the cat. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little chat, and thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.